Hey, welcome to 1.10b1. Today we'll be writing two variable equations for function tables. We'll start off with a review. Of course, we got a video with pause problems and tickets to the show. We're going to do 1 through 10 together, guided problems. And then I'm going to have you try some pretty tough ones. And I'm hoping you'll get 3 out of 6. We got a 15-minute max on the worksheet. Here we go. Let's get started with 5 minutes on a review today. Here we go. Here are the problems. You got 1, 2, and then you also have a domain and a range problem, and your challenge is to see if you can write a function, a y equals statement for these two. Go ahead and give it a shot. All right. Well, start off with 3 squared. That would be 9. Then you have to do the parentheses, which is 10, or sorry, which is 18. So then you got to do the division over here first. 27 divided by 3, which is 9. 18 plus 9 is 27. Over here, you got to go inside the parentheses again, and inside the parentheses, you have to do the exponent. So 6 squared is 36. Then you have to divide by 2, which gets you to 18. Then you have to divide this first. 18 divided by 6, which is 3. 3 divided by 3, which is 1. Now you go to the bottom. You've got 3 squared, which is 9. You end up with 1/9. Here's your domain, 1, 5, 10. Here's your range, 5, 8, 11. This one is 3 times x plus 1. So y is equal to 3 times x plus 1. And this one is y equals 3 times x plus 2. And this one here you did not need to do. That was one of the problems I decided to have you skip. So, all right, you guys are ready for your video for the day. Good luck. See you when you're done. Hey folks, welcome back to another math lesson. Tonight we're going to be writing one variable equations for function tables. Before we do that, let's start off with our trivia question for today. It's a double shot. What is the name of this show? Probably it's a current show. And this is a flashback about 15 years or so. Can you name this show? Maybe your parents can help you with that one. I bet you they know it. All right, let's get back to our target. Officially tonight, we're going to write a two-variable equation to represent a function table. Let's do this thing. Let's just jump right into the vocabulary. We've been reviewing this stuff. We know this is the domain. It's the input and the x. So domain and range. Remember, range is the output. Now we're going to be talking about the function in the middle. So far, we've talked about this as being just saying, well, this is what happens to x to get to y. Well, now we're going to write a goal. Our goal is to write a two-variable equation. So we're going to say that this y is equal to whatever the x is plus 1. So even down here for this one here, the 3, the y is equal to whatever x is 2 plus 1. Here's our goal. Here's your first variable. Here's your second variable. There's 1 on each side of the equal sign. All right. Let's just get started right with a couple of them, and I'll give you a couple of hints the way I do this. So here's a table, and we got to write a two-variable equation for it. So what's going on, I'm asking myself, and how do I get from x to y? So the first thing I do is I think about these things. I try adding, then I try multiplying, then I try multiplying and adding something, then I try multiplying and subtracting something, and then I try squaring, and then I start dividing, and then I just start guessing. But this is generally the order I'm going in. I always try adding and multiplying first because those are the easiest ones. So right away, I'm thinking 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is not 4. Okay, so let me try multiplying. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. And right away, I am able to complete that. Now you're done, right? Well, that was last target, 1.10c. This target is writing the two-variable equation. So now, that's what you have to write. The y is equal to whatever x is, and you multiply it times 2. This is not 24 here. Let me just throw that parenthesis in there. Okay? Well, there's where we're going. Let's take a look at another problem, then I'll have you try too. All right, we're going from 2 to 5, 3 to 7, 4 to 9. So the first thing I'm thinking is plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. That works. 3 plus 3 is not 7. That didn't work. So let's try multiplying. 2 times 2 is nothing. I can't get to 5 multiplying. So let me try multiplying and adding. 2 times 2 plus 1. That worked. 3 times 2 plus 1. Oh, I'm on a roll. 4 times 4. 4 times 2 plus 1. There we go. I figured it out. It's times 2 plus 1. That's where it is. Times 2 plus 1. Now I have to write that as an equation. Y is equal to 2 times whatever x is plus 1. Now, if it helps you to, when you're doing these tables, this is where you can put this in. This is really what we're doing. We're just substituting in that variable. Sorry, let me get that wide enough. I guess it's not going to pop in. We're just substituting in that variable in place of the x. And there we get it. Y equals 2x plus 1. All right, it's time for you to try 2. Pause problem number 1. Go ahead and pause and give this a shot. Well, right away I'm thinking plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 1, that didn't work. Okay, how about times 2? That doesn't work. What did you guys figure out? What'd you come up with? Well, this is a weird one. It's squared plus 1. Man, I know it's kind of a tough one to start with, but once in a while we throw squares in there. This one's not going to be linear, and it's a term we'll talk about later, but yeah, it's a function table. So 3 squared is 9, plus 1 is 10. 5 squared is 25, plus 1 is 26. Just pop these babies open. You can see you can just pop them all in. Y is equal to 10 times 10, which is 100, plus 1. It'll work for all of them. All right. Well, I think I probably got you on that one. Let's give it a shot here. Another pause problem. Go ahead and pause it and try this one. Let's see how you did here. If you substitute them in, you have to take 3 times the 5 minus the 1, or 3 times the 6 minus 1. So the y is equal to 3 times whatever x is and subtract 1. All right. 2 for the road, 2 for the ticket to the show. Here's the first one here. Just make it a little bit bigger here. It's a multiple choice one. Gotta love that. This table shows the number of hand-painted t-shirts Ming can make after a given number of days. Which function rule represents the data? Go ahead and take a look at those 4. A, B, C, or D is all you need to write down. You gotta like that. Alrighty. How about this one here? Christina needs to have 50 posters printed to advertise a community book fair. The printing company charges $3 to print each poster. Which table represents this situation? And once again, all you need to do is write the correct letter here. Alrighty. Let's take a look at those trivia questions. This one is a show called Bunked. I think it's been on about 3 or 4 years. I think it started in about 2015 or 16. This is called The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It was on when my kids were young, and they liked it. It was pretty funny. I especially liked the butler who was in this in the hotel, or the doorman. I can't remember what his name is, but he was really funny. He was always getting after the Zach and Cody. All right, thanks a lot for listening. Have a good evening. Hey, folks. How you doing today? Well, I know I went through that video pretty fast, but I wanted to spend a lot of time with you doing problems here. So put a few more problems here. I'm going to do 3, and then we'll do 10 together, and then you're going to work on 6 on your own. All right, let's take a look at this table here. Well, like I said, I always try to add first. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 2, that doesn't work. So it can't be addition. Then I try multiplying. 1 times 2, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is not that. So then I try multiplying and adding. So try 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 3 times 2, and I got it. So you have to multiply and then add. So we're looking at, you take a times 2 plus 1. So your equation is going to be the y is equal to 2 times whatever the x value is plus 1. All right, let's take a look at this one up here. So this is 1. So I'm thinking minus 1 right away. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2, nope, that doesn't work. How about times 2 minus 2? 1 times 2 is 2, minus 2 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2 is 2. I think I nailed it. Yep. Times 2 minus 2. So this one here would be y is equal to 2x minus 2. See how I'm just doing them from scratch too? I don't know what they are. I just got to try to look at it and figure it out. All right, times 5, no. Plus 4 doesn't work. So I'm thinking how about times 3? 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 would be 5. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So it's times 3 plus 2. So your equation is going to be y is equal to 3 times whatever that x value is plus 2. And you're going to get good at it too. But I want you to see me struggle with some of them. And I don't know. I look at it and I just start kind of guessing. What does it look like? How am I getting there? And most of you are going to come up with something times 3 plus 2. I'm trying to get you to write that in there as a 3x plus 2. And now with 2 variables, y is equal to the 3x plus 2. If I can get you to here, simple. All I got to do is put y in front. All right, number 1 through 10, let's go. Here's your first problem. See if you can figure it out. Take about 10 seconds, and then I'll give you the answer. All right, well, that one was pretty easy. It's just times 10. So the rule, y equals 10x. This is your two variable equation. Make sure you have that written down. I want a y equals 10x. I don't want times 10. It's not, that's the rule, but that's not the function. That's not the two variable equation. It's y equals 10x. All right, time for you to try 3 of them. 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and pause the video and try these. Only for about a minute. All right, let's see how you did. Okay, well, this one's going to be y equals x plus 6. Number 4 down here, this is going to be y equals 9x. And this one right here is going to be y equals x divided by 3. They use different variables. I just wrote these in blue. So y equals x plus 6, y equals 9x, y equals x divided by 3. All right, let's go back and try 4 more. We'll just do this one to begin with. Go ahead and give this a shot. Now I'm giving you multiple choice. See if you can choose the correct one. All right, well, this one here, it looks like they're taking this times 10 minus 3. So it's times 10 is minus 3. This would be the correct multiple choice one. A math guy would write it like this: y equals 10x minus 3. So I'm trying to get you to go from here to the math way. Try this one, same thing. I give you 4 choices here to help you get going, and then write it as a y equals. All right, let's see. Y equals x plus 7. This one here was perfect. All right, number 7. Give it a shot. Pause it. Okay, this one. This is times 6 plus 6. 8 times 6, 48 plus 6, 54. 6 times 6, 36. Plus 6, 42. One more. Give this a shot. Yeah, it's a little harder. You take this, x times 7 minus 6. 10 times 7, 70. Minus 6, 64. Try it. Works for all of them. All right, 2 more left. Numbers 9 and 10. Give these a shot. I turned the table sideways on you here and took away the multiple choice as well. All right, well, this one here, number 9, is pretty simple. That's just y equals 2x. And then this one down here, number 10, this is that quirky one, x squared. This would be 36, 49. This would be 8, 81, 100. Okay? All right, time for you to try some problems. These are going to be tough. I've got this sheet attached. You can put it into Notability. You can put these into your notebook. You can work them off the screen. I think either way is going to be okay. So I'll let you take a look at these. I'm hoping that you can get 3 right out of 6. I want you to put a maximum of 15 minutes into this target right here in this worksheet. And when you're done, we'll be ready to take the quiz. Slide this over. Here's the first 4. Okay. And here's the last 4. Now make sure you write these in the y equals x form, like y equals x plus 3. Yeah, there's some division ones in there. There sure are. So let's go ahead and take a look at your answers, and I'll talk you through them a little bit. Yeah, this one was divided by 9 minus 2. And so whenever you see the numbers that are getting smaller like this, we went from 18 to 0, 45 to 3, you know you either have to be subtracting or dividing, because that's the way numbers get smaller. So we're obviously not subtracting here. So then you look at these numbers, and what do they have in common? What factor do they have in common? Well, they have 9 in common. So, well, they have 3, 2, but well, we start with the biggest. So 18 divided by 9 is 2, and then you subtract 2 to get to 0. Okay? So this one here, the numbers are getting bigger. So you definitely got to be either adding or multiplying and adding, or multiplying and subtracting, but you're getting bigger, so there's got to be multiplication in there sometime. This one worked out to be times 4 plus 3. This one here, times 2 plus 6. This is a hard one for a lot of kids. They're trying to figure out things. But remember, if you get too big, you can always try multiplying over and subtracting 2, and that's going to work for some of these. Here's another one of these tough division ones. And again, the numbers are getting smaller. It's clearly not subtraction. So what do they have in common? Well, all these have, the only number that all of these have in common is 5. So try dividing by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. How are you going to get to 1? 15 divided by 5 is 3 minus 2. So then try this one. Divided by 5 is 7 minus 2. Divided by 5 minus 2 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Minus 5. Sorry. 10 divided by 2 is 2. Minus 2 is 0. All right. This one down here. This one was a little bit easier, I think. Hopefully you got that one there. Just times 3 minus 2. Here's another one of those tough divisions, and you're looking at them. Well, what do they have in common? Well, they all have 4, and it's got to be 4 because 4 only has a couple of factors. I guess it could be 2, but start with the biggest one, the largest common factor, the greatest common factor. So divide by 4 would be 10. Sorry, divide by 4 would be 10. How are you going to get to 16? Well, you'd have to add 6. So I tried plus 6. Then you try that rule in this one. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Add the 6. We got to 10, and so it's working. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Add the 6 to get to the 7. Make sure you check it for all of these. All right, yeah, pretty tough problems there. We have another sheet of these, and hopefully we'll get a chance to look at those in class or together. Thanks for listening. You've been a lovely audience. Good luck on your quiz. Make sure you upload these problems with the solutions to video 1.10b1, the video assignment. Make sure you have all that stuff down. All right, take care.